You just heard from Sheriff Tony Spurlock wrapping up that news conference there in the Highlands Ranch area. A couple of interesting things. This has been going on for the better part of a half an hour now. So if you're just joining us, I want to make a couple of important notes about what was released this morning by the sheriff. Two things that I think are important. One of them is that the younger suspect, one of the two shooters that was arrested, is a juvenile. They originally mentioned that person, it was a male. They thought it was a boy. It's apparently a girl. That's the latest from that. The older one is an 18-year-old man, and he is set to appear in court this afternoon. 3 of the victims that were shot in this have been released from the hospital, 3 more of them.
That's right. And one of the remarkable things that I heard in that news conference is that the sheriff's substation is less than a mile from the school. And so officers who were out patrolling were in that school within 2 minutes to help kids there. And I know he didn't say the name of the victim who died. It is out there. His classmates know exactly who he is. And they told our national partner CBS he was one of 3 people that confronted one of the shooters.
The sheriff did mention that one of the suspects was taken down by the time that deputies got into the building, and they believe that was by a private security guard who apparently was armed and was in the building at the time. So we don't know which of those suspects was taken down by the time that deputies got in there, but these heroic acts by officers and also by staff at the building were mentioned during the news conference. The sheriff said that people were actually helping to bring victims out, kids out, as they were going classroom to classroom in the building, deputies and staff members as part of their search for those suspects in the building.
I love what District Attorney George Brockler said today. You know, we've talked a lot about school shootings here in Colorado, and he said this does not define us. You know, this is going to be reported nationally, everyone's going to hear about it, but it does not define our communities here in Colorado. As for the police work going on right now, they are still out there at that school. The school will be closed for the rest of the week, and there's a lot of things going on in their investigation. We heard the sheriff say that there are at least 600 kids that are somehow directly affected by this shooting out of the 1,800 who attended school, and they are interviewing each and every one of them. They're going through social media, they're going through technology to figure out what the motive was here, what exactly happened, and what all led up to this.
For now, we know that at least the older of the 2 suspects, the 2 alleged shooters in this, is set to appear in court this afternoon. That's 18-year-old Devin Erickson. He has a first appearance scheduled for 1:30. You heard there at the very tail end of the news conference a staff member at the sheriff's office saying that they plan to update again after 2 p.m. So lots to happen throughout the course of the day. We have that appearance followed by an update, hopefully, from the sheriff's office. I know there's a lot of emotion wrapped up in this, and you heard the district attorney, as you mentioned, say he was encouraging parents to get their kids back into school. At least at that school, kids will not be in class today. But you can understand why those waves of emotion, and it was a terrifying experience for a lot of people, that may be impactful for a long time for a lot of parents who live in that area.
And a lot of these
students.
Yeah, a lot of these investigators, DA, they're all parents too. So thinking about that as they move forward with the investigation. We're going to keep you updated through all of this coverage today, and as the case continues throughout, the year really. We are going to take a quick break now, but we will be right back.